Me mateys. Legend has it that listeners would rather walk the plank than miss out on the Pirates Parley. A weekly tale filled with truly terrifying talks. You're listening to the Pirates Parley, a show born from a life of enjoying the ocean, pirates, gaming, and rum.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pirates Parley. I'm Danny, and I'm joined by the legend Meister. Welcome, dude. Welcome.
Hello, how's it going, everyone?
Slightly different show today. For you guys who are watching in the past, it's no problem. We did try and go live on Twitch as we do most weeks, but I don't know what's going on. I'm going to blame Storm Eunice. She's causing havoc for me. She's giving Earl blackouts. He's got
4 blackouts in a day. 4 blackouts.
Lack of internet and lots of Lost Ark queues while we keep getting thrown offline. So I'm going to put it down to that and not bad streaming habits by me. So we got a super cool show. If you want to tell us about what exciting stuff we have this week, please, sir.
All right, so for this week, we got, first of all, we're going to watch the trailer for Jackass. So we have a bunch of cool trailers, too, for gaming. We have Elden Ring, and we have Nightingale, and we're going to try to dissect the trailers, maybe talk about some stuff, some features in the game. And also, we got Lost Ark versus New World and New World update, and our current moves and the stuff that we did with the server transfers and all that things with the New World. So yeah, I'm super excited to go.
Jam packed, and we came up with that in the last half an hour. Oh yeah, true
go.
professionals. No, awesome, man. I mean, I guess kind of before we get into everything, how's your kind of week on Lost Ark been?
Lost Ark, the game has been really great. You know, obviously we had some of the problems with like connecting with stuff, kind of preventing me from progressing. That's the only complaint that I have so far with Lost Ark. It can be game breaking if this can't get fixed. But right now, I have patience. The game just came out. I'm happy. It's a good problem to have this overload on the servers, right? But yeah, the storm is just really preventing me from playing a lot, because like every time I'm connected, the blackouts happen, and then when the power comes back on, I'm on a 14,000 queue, sometimes 19,000, and it sucks.
Yeah, you probably still played more than most people, to be fair.
Yeah.
True gamer.
How about you, Dan? Like, how's Lost Ark treating you?
Yeah, dude, it's been good fun. I've been on every day. I wake up around like 8. I jump in, I play, I try and get some dailies done. I'm trying to keep up with the boys. I've been behind for ages. If you guys join my streams, I'm just like tootling between all these islands, just chilling and like, oh, this is a cool island. Oh, there's turtles here, and oh, there's that there. And I've just been gathering these mats, and then yesterday I finally kind of got to do what's called honing in this game and leveling up my gear, and I just went boom. Everyone was like, what the hell, man? Where have you got all this from? You were on nothing, and now you're on nearly 1K score. I'm like, yeah, this is cool, man. This is what you get for chilling, boys. No problem. So no, it's been really fun. I know that there's issues, and we'll talk a little bit later on about kind of New World and Lost Ark, and because they're both kind of games that we love and games that our community loves. So we'll talk a bit about that later. But yeah, glad we're still enjoying it. I know it's only a weekend, but glad we're enjoying it, and we'll see how things go. I checked this morning. Server pop was like 580,000 players or something, and that was at 9 a.m. this morning. I had a queue at 9:30. I jumped in just to do some guild upgrades, and I had a 1,000-player queue on a Monday morning. I just couldn't believe it. The game is still doing very well. I know we're still in kind of the honeymoon phase and people are playing it, but other games that I've seen in the first week drop off very quickly if it's not done well. So I'm mega impressed. 24-hour peak was like over 1 million still, and I'm on a Monday morning, 500,000. It was blowing my mind.
It's just so
You
crazy,
blow my
man. Like
mind. Yeah.
Monday morning, like maybe some people as well like took the week off, yeah, because like they learned that they love Lost Ark, and they're just like, you know what? I'm gonna call my boss. I'm gonna file vacation for next week. I gotta play this game. I can't get enough of this game. But thank you for talking about Q, because I'm launching Lost Ark now, so I can actually
It's getting in the background. Oh yeah. I just see it
it'll
popped
take
up on
hours.
Steam actually. Yeah. Brilliant.
It'll take hours.
All right, man. Let's jump into this. So we're gonna watch. Kind of continuing the trend. We watched Uncharted last week. And we're gonna watch Jackass trailer. It's called Jackass Forever. Jackass Forever. This is like a childhood love, so many of us have watched these boys like kind of grow up, and you see yourself in them being absolute idiots, just pure dickheads, and they've just done such a good job out of it. I haven't seen this trailer yet. This is going to be kind of a straight watch. Yeah, have you seen the trailer yet?
No, but I just wanted to say I watched this before I was even allowed to watch it. Like I used to watch Jackass, and like I remember my parents, my aunts, my uncles, they're like, "Hey, change the channel," like on MTV.
Yeah. That was when MTV Cribs were a thing, and yeah.
MTV
Oh my
Cribs,
God.
Pimp My Ride, let's go, baby.
All right, let's get to it. So I've watched the first 10 seconds, and the soundtrack is just, I don't know, man. It ignites many childhood memories. So here we go. This is the trailer for Jackass Forever. There it is, dude.
The world waited for what felt like forever. Then we waited longer. But this February,
Does not look good.
I saw that on social.
It's gonna be the gnarliest shit ever.
the wait is over.
Is that Johnny Knoxville? Oh my God.
Welcome to Jackass.
Oh
If you're
man.
gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
Steve Odin.
When you get knocked down, you gotta get back up.
If they trust us to go to the bathroom, they're less
Oh,
intelligent
it's the
than
same
I thought.
directors and the same film crew by the looks of it.
Yep.
You're so blowing people up. Zip life's not hard enough. This guy's one
They're so
badass
old
dude,
now,
right?
man.
Oh man, I'm on
Fucking
Jackass.
legends.
This is rat snake. Venomous?
Oh, dude!
No way!
MMA. I told Aaron it was a lightweight.
Oh shit! It's gonna fuck him up, man. Oh no!
We're together, Pops.
What's the worst that can happen?
Oh no!
You said it wasn't gonna feel like anything.
I just need you to sit with my grandpa. Just make sure he doesn't smoke.
It ain't a bunch of NASA scientists writing this. Can I get a cold brew?
Will you make him an actual coffee, Stephanie?
Here, I made you another one.
It's gotta be over, dude. I think we're all the way finished with fruit. Stick a fork in it.
Oh my God.
This is currently in the cinemas, boys. I would absolutely, without a doubt, recommend you go and watch this, man. Holy shit! I want to try and find a shot of all of them together. There's some of the OG boys are in there, man. That's incredible. So
There's
good.
another trailer that I actually watch if you want to check that out for Jackass.
Yeah, man. Ping it to me on Discord. We'll check it out. But yeah, let me just find that the bit with the boys. Steve-O, Johnny Knoxville, Chris Pontius. I can't remember his name. Oh man, look at Johnny though. He's looking silver fox, looking cool as shit. Steve-O's done
Dude,
very well on his own as well.
they're so old now.
It's amazing, man.
They're grown ups.
Yeah. So good, man. So good.
Moink.
What a shot. That looked completely genuine as well. Like,
that one is pretty good.
So the shot here where he's like riding straight into a... What have they done? They've like took a picture of the street and then hung up a picture, and the dude rides straight into it thinking he's going over a ram, and it's not a ram, it's just a picture. He rides straight into it head first.
Some Looney Tunes stuff, man.
Oh man,
that actually caught me. I was not expecting that. I was waiting for the barrels on the back to get hit, and then he just yoinked it all.
Okay, so we got one more trailer here. Let's just have a quick look at this. This is the one that I was just sent over. Jackass Forever official trailer. It looks amazing, man. I don't know. I don't know how they're still going. I don't know how their bodies are capable of doing any more, man. This is brilliant.
You know what I'm excited about watching this in the UK is that the cinemas here, they allow you to have drinks, like alcoholic drinks, alcoholic beverages inside the cinemas, because like in US we don't have those. So you can
no drinks in the cinema.
Well, you can have Coke or like soda, but you are not allowed to have any alcoholic drinks. Beverages.
All right, man, this trailer's ready. My internet's been a bit slow today. Damn storm. Oh, this was from before.
We'll meet again. Don't know where.
Oh man, this is like emotional shit, dude. This is their story.
But I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass. 3, 2.
I can't believe they shot him out of that cannon, man. That is unbelievable. Look at him. That is actually unbelievable.
We're older. Well, it'll get more mature.
The faster you pedal your bike, the faster the other guy's hand goes back.
It wasn't gonna feel like anything.
Concussions aren't great, but as long as you have them before you're 50.
Oh shit, dude.
And Knoxville's 49.
Nice camper van there. Oh man, yeah. Oh, Johnny just got hit by a ball. That would have broke a leg, man.
Can you feel my heart?
Hey.
Today we're going to do a little furniture shopping.
I've been watching Jackass since I was 12 years old. And guess what? We're here.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh my God.
We have winners and we
Forever
have
friends. Oh man.
Science is right,
What did you guys do to Eric?
Fail to prepare, prepare to fail.
I love Chris, man.
You still got those $1 million teeth, that's for sure.
You see that?
Gee, didn't set myself up for failure on this one.
Aaron, please relax.
I'm trapped. And you're putting honey on me and
Salmon?
Mate, I saw social about this. So yeah, they cover him in honey, put salmon by his fucking penis, and
that can't turn out good.
They let a bear loose in the room that he's in.
What the fuck were they thinking? They weren't thinking.
They weren't thinking, dude. That's how they do it.
Oh my God.
The clips on like the comments on social, man. People were angry. People were like, "You can't do this, man. What if the bear like just gets angry and eats him?" It's like that's kind of what the funny part is, right? People, they just don't care. They just don't care. But yeah, they're just off the charts, crazy, man. Oh, I'm very excited to see this. I'm absolutely gonna suggest that go to the cinema of Mitzi and watch this, because that is just childhood madness right there. Look at them, dude. They're all beaten and bruised from the last 10, 20 years of beating each other up, man. Absolutely fantastic. Oh dear.
The coolest
Legends.
part too is now they have more money to do like what they really want to do, like with these kind of stuff, you know. So
I'll just look in there. It's produced by MTV Entertainment Studios and Dick House Productions, which I think did the first ones. Like absolute a legendary name for a production studio, and they had a budget of 10 mil, which is super cool, man.
nice.
Super cool.
If you notice as well, there's one person that's not in there and their group anymore. Bam is not there. I think they had like a fallout kind of thing. Yeah.
Really, I know, like
Bam Margera.
yeah, I remember Bam. Bam was a legend, and then it was his mate Ryan, wasn't it? Who passed away
Yeah.
a while ago, which is a shame. But the cast, some of the OGs in there. You got Johnny, Steve-O, Jason, which everyone knows him as Wee Man,
Yeah.
Chris Pontius. They're the main names. We got Aaron, which people would recognize. Let me bring up the page I'm looking at here. We got Aaron, who I think still has lost a tooth, and there was it was before in one of the shows when he actually had that tooth knocked out, man. I can't even imagine. And then they got Preston Lacey in there too. Oh,
I mean, I
Betsy's
lose
playing music, what's
a tooth. I don't mind losing one. Getting paid $1 million for it.
I know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I think it's Jeff that done the filming. I think he was part of film director, film producer. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, that's Jackass Forever, boys. Make sure you go and watch it, and at least watch the trailer. It will bring back many memories and good times for sure.
So exciting.
We're gonna jump into Nightingale. So Nightingale's kind of like a co-op or solo player survival game that I'm pretty excited for. The boys over at Studio Loot as well, pretty keen on the future of Nightingale. I think it's going to be amazing. We watched this trailer live on stream a couple of days ago, and I think it was the first time a lot of people saw this, and it's looking pretty exciting. Like visually, it's kind of on par with New World, I think, but it has this kind of open world building element to it yet. We don't know too much. We're pretty sure that there's no PvP, but there's co-op. So you can build together, you can explore together, you can go through the game together on this kind of survivally co-op-y, I don't know, game. It's just looking awesome. So let me bring up the trailer, and then we can go through it. I remember
bringing this up to you after I watched it on the Game Awards, months ago.
It's looking awesome, man. This is the Game Awards trailer that came out. So I think there's been a few more sneak peeks before them, but they haven't released too much. What we did watch was the IGN Fan Fest, whereas the two devs in there just talking about the game, and the only real info we got really that was new was that there is a playtest coming soon. They gave nothing else apart from a playtest coming soon.
Sign up for that. I signed up for it already.
Yeah, me too. I'll drop the link in the description below if you boys want to check it out. But this is the Nightingale trailer. We'll watch it. It's only 2 minutes, and then we'll kind of dissect it and pick it apart afterwards and see what we like, what we love.
I am not a fan of old people's face. With barely any hair, you know?
Especially one with a big mouth, big scary teeth. Gonna eat your face off.
I see those in my dreams.
This is the very, very New World environment. Very pretty, very fantastic.
Welcome to the lands of Fae.
Every portal is a chance for salvation. Uniting
Gorgeous.
the lost survivors.
Feels like New World if you play it while you're an acid.
Yeah.
Or leading us deeper.
There's some good clues there to how many people we can get in the game. We'll come back to that in a second. Looking cool.
That blew my mind, that giant just like smashing
Nightingale,
his base.
Our beacon.
Absolutely stunning, isn't it? It's really cool.
But beyond our reach. As long as we stand together, our journey will unite us.
You, the Realm Walkers, are all that is left.
Oh my god.
So the first thing I felt when I watched this, the first scene, if you guys are just listening, what happens is that there's kind of this raptor scene that reminds me very much of Jurassic Park. They're not raptor, well, they got raptor vibes to them, but they're kind of like old ladies that will clearly just eat your face off, man. Absolutely eat your face off. And they're kind of surrounding you, and then as they surround you, this huge, what reminds me of a T-Rex, like a T-Rex massive creature appears and just scares off these raptors. And that's kind of the intro to this trailer, and it's just wild. It's cool,
it's
man.
a nice setting. The old lady face reminds me of I don't know if you watched what do you call this movie, Shutter Island. With
A long time ago. So is that a while ago, wasn't it? Good few years at least.
There's like an old lady there that goes like and looks exactly like that, like almost bald with like little bits of like white hair, right? And like her eyes looks exactly like it hunted me for days, man. It's just like
So one thing the guys said, the dev said, was that they wanted this particular creature to feel very welcoming. So like an old lady, like not from a distance. I see your face from a distance, very welcoming, like an old lady, not gonna harm you. But when you get close, you're too late. You know, it's game over. She becomes very unwelcoming and will just destroy you. And they kind of move as a pack. So these will be kind of moving around the realms. Go on.
That face is not welcoming. Yeah. I see that from a mile away. I'm not getting close.
There's like a scene here, so it's kind of like this, from a distance it could just be, a silhouette and not very scary, but when you kind of approach, and definitely not welcoming, definitely not when you get close. But very cool. So there's a few parts of this trailer that were questions that I wanted answered, and one of the biggest questions was how many players can we have through our playtime in the game. And at the moment we have no idea. There's a really great scene coming up. Just before we get there though, there's a scene now that we're looking at which reminds me, did you ever watch Stargate SG-1?
I don't think I've seen that. No.
Let me on the other screen, I'll just grab this. Stargate SG-1 was like an old film or an old TV series where these guys could basically travel through what is essentially a portal, and it was, I don't know, just something I grew up watching. Let me just open this image in a new tab. And this is kind of the scene. So you have this portal, they can go through this, they can kind of dial into where they want to go. The lights on the side would dial up. Very, very cool, very kind of sci-fi series. It's a shame, I don't know whatever happened to it. It just stopped. But this scene here where they're going through, very very similar to this. You have this kind of portal, and you essentially go through it to another realm. So I was very like, oh shit, it's got like New World feeling, Stargate SG-1 vibes. I'm like sold already, like instantly sold. So this was super cool.
I wonder if the portals are random or you can actually choose where you're going.
So from what we've heard, there is some sort of RNG element to it. But what you'll be doing through the environments that you're in, you'll pick up materials, you'll pick up items, you'll pick up things that will allow you to kind of direct your journey when you go through the portal into the next the next realm, basically. It's kind of you can kind of guide it, but you don't have full control over it. I think that's the idea behind it.
Okay.
And as we move on, there's all the different areas. There's crafting, all the hunting. I don't know if there's trade skills involved in this, so the more you kill, the better you get at hunting or whatever. But there's a really cool scene here where he's got or she's got a camp set up kind of in the environment, which looks wicked, and I'm hoping this is kind of how it plays out. So it is kind of a survival game, so I believe you're going to have to do, some sort of survival.
She's level 5. She just started. That's her first night.
That's the first camp,
camp, and a bonfire.
She's got a chair in there. It's all good, man. Chair around the bonfire. It's got some food on the go. Like right next to her, it looks like there's a creature there as well. But as we go forward, when we get to that shot of the there's the shot of the giant on the hill, and I think there's 5 people there. So if this is kind of at minimum a 5-player co-op, that would be awesome. Before we get there, this is a great shot. Someone's just cut down the tree. It looks like they're building a house. You can kind of build from scratch anywhere you want, as far as I'm aware. The animation of the tree falling gave me kind of a mix of New World and Valheim. The sound effect, I believe if you knock one down, I think it has a knock-on effect like Valheim, but I'm not too sure. You can see in this particular scene, they've kind of built up a whole town. I don't know how many people are in here. Yeah, I was just trying to see, but here there is a minimum 5 characters.
Yeah, earlier too, when they're cutting down the tree, you can see like counting the player that was like looking at them. There's 4 other people in front, so like it looks like a 5-player game. But also when they came out of the portal later, it looks like there's 9 of them.
Oh, all right, dude. If it's not, it doesn't have to be massively multiplayer. But if this was kind of a game where you could bring quite a nice large team and really explore, and just kind of like a No Man's Sky vibe where you can kind of be in different places on the same server and link up if you wanted to, and kind of defeat some big bosses, this could be absolutely wild. It could be really, really cool. So apparently the story behind the giants is same with most creatures in the world. You can interact with them the way that you see fit. So if you get aggressive with him, he's going to come and stomp your ass and kill your town. He's going to destroy your town. But also you can see here, there's the scene where they've approached him and he's kind to them. So there's a way that you can interact with them that they'll act differently, which is wicked. It's super cool.
The big friendly giant.
Yeah, man, the BFG. Yeah,
BFG.
Yeah, it's really cool. Some mad creatures. This, they were talking about this particular guy here. What we're looking at screen is essentially just a badass, but they were like, yeah, he's got a wheel as a head. No idea why. It was just cool, so we did it. I was like, hell yeah, why not?
The guy on this ride looks like a lamp.
This is a super cool scene. So it looks like they've kind of built a base at this point, and they're getting invaded. This is kind of this is kind of along the lines of what I expected New World invasions to be like. Instead of kind of timed scenarios, it would be a bit wild and just kind of chaotic. This looks very
cool. That would have been badass.
Yeah, this looks very chaotic. There's not loads and loads of creatures, but there's some appearing from the distance, some more powerful than others, and it looks like they've just built up around this, what looks like maybe a mosque. And you can see
the building is just, it looks so neat.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Nice. Yeah, it's like The Sims, but like 3D. Like you can actually like see everything.
Yeah, it's wicked. This is really cool. And everything seems to be completely destructible, as you can see there.
The animation too, with the way he destroys stuff, it looks nice. I like it.
Again, they kind of haven't explained how much we can do yet or anything like that. It's just kind of a teaser at this point, but there's a lot here. There's this part of the trailer which is basically showing off a huge city. I don't know if this is somewhere you'd go to quest, or you can engage with it too much, or it's just a part of the lore maybe, but it's pretty wild. It's really cool, like the dress as well, very olden times, olden days, like really gorgeous, really cool dress, you know. It looks fantastic, all the stuff that they're wearing.
The giant in the trailer is really what got me. Like big creatures like this, like the T-Rex from the beginning, the giant, and this, like I'm kind of like a sucker for like that like type of stuff. Like I like beating up bosses or large creatures like that. It's scary. It's something about it that it comes to life in my head, and I'm excited for it.
They got, I think they got a lot to live up for, a lot to live up to, because I mean, the fact that we're all so, I think we feel, I don't know, I'm looking back at kind of the Lost Ark launch, the New World launch, launches of other games, that we expect so much, and this trailer has given so much. I'm hyped for this. I think as the months go on, if they do a bit of kind of an early access release, this is going to be quite an awesome game. It's definitely one to watch out for. I don't know if it's going to be massively multiplayer. I think it's kind of more Elden Ring style, sort of smaller scale co-op. But again, like you said there, as they come out the portal, there's
9 of them.
There's a squad, man. Yeah, look at them all. This is wicked. Yeah. Let me go back to the bit where they actually appear here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're right. And again, this could just be showing off all the characters, but imagine if you could have like everyone together, like a 9-man, or even 10. Like any for me, anything kind of 8, 9, 10 players is really cool. Like it's really cool numbers. It's more than just a small group of friends. It's kind of the small group of friends plus some extras, and that's when things get really kind of exciting and a little bit crazy. So if we can have up to 10 players co-op in this, I would be mega happy, and I would actually probably play this quite a lot.
It's exciting.
That's been out since the 10th of December, and that's had over 1 million views already. So I'm hoping the hype keeps going. I don't know how well it's done since the IGN fan fest the other day, but we'll be keeping an eye on Nightingale, and yeah, it's looking pretty damn exciting.
I just hope that, you know, this game is gonna feel exactly or close to how the trailer is. Because like I can't emphasize how many, you know, trailers that's been showed to us throughout the years, and then the game comes out and it's nothing close to it.
Yeah,
you know, it's upsetting.
It's very true. What I'm hoping is that there is some kind of what seems to be gameplay in the trailer. You know, there's the shots here and things like that. And again, it's obviously not as high detail as the trailer, but it looks nice still, and it looks like it looks impressive. So you're right. Yeah. If it feels and plays like we see here, we'll think we're in for a treat. But
seems like it's a game too for good GPUs, you know. Maybe we can finally use our GPU for something. We paid so much for it just to play games and put it on the very low resolution so we don't lag.
I'm just looking at my little 1080. He's kind of sad at that comment. I think he'll be able to hold it, I think, but I would like to get myself an upgraded GPU, CPU. I'm looking at my PC.
Is plenty good, man. It's still like super nice.
I'm just looking at my poor PC. All the sides are off, the front's off. My fan's on in the side. It's just a mess. So I do need to sort my PC out. But yeah, it looks stunning. Okay, boys, on to Elden Ring. Before we get onto our main topic, Elden Ring's coming out in a few days from the show. Probably, maybe by the time some of you guys are watching this, it's already out. And if it is already out, I hope you're enjoying it. It looks amazing. So we got 2 videos to watch. We got we kind of don't need to watch through it. We've got one which is kind of like a gameplay preview, which I thought would be really cool to just kind of show in the background while we're talking about it. I actually watched the trailers live on stream yesterday, and to be completely honest, I was not not excited by it. When I watched the trailer, I was like, nah, not for me. Doesn't excite me. But the more I started watching, the more I started researching about it, it started to get more and more exciting. And the fact that you can invade, I think it's called invading. You can invade other people's games and kind of potentially ambush them and fight them and co-op with them, started to get me kind of excited. And the actual monsters and gameplay seem to feel and look really, really cool. So yeah, I think you know a little bit more about this than me. I've only kind of got top level views on this, but what are your initial thoughts on Elden Ring?
I mean, it's basically Dark Souls, to be honest, except that it's in a different universe this time. I'm not gonna lie, I like this vibe more than Dark Souls. Dark Souls was a little too dark for me. I mean, it's called Dark Souls after all. It's a little too dark and depressing for me. Plenty of times when I played it back in the days, it feels like lonely and stuff, and I'm just like used to like playing with friends now, so like playing a single player game and then at the same time it makes you feel even more alone. It kind of like but I don't want to piss off a lot of Dark Souls fan there, but this game looks so good and vibrant. And I'm just really interested as well of is it George R.R. Martin, the writer of Game of Thrones? He wrote this or the story for it or the universe for it. From Game of Thrones, like we were blown by it. So I'm excited to see what he made for us in this game.
You're talking about that now. This particular scene, again, if you're listening and not watching, this only reminds me of that kind of glorious dragon fights in Game of Thrones and that feeling. This is apparently a gameplay preview, man. This is gorgeous. This is actually fucking stunning. And I would love to play it just for this fight. This is epic. This is like truly epic. The combat, the blood when you hit, and at the end, obviously, if you don't want spoilers, turn off quickly. At the end here, when he defeats this dragon, shit, man, it is glorious. While you were just explaining, then I nearly screamed this bit here. Boom. Oh, what the fuck? It's fantastic, man. It's truly beautiful. It's epic, and the horseback riding as well. He was, looks like some really cool combat on the back of a horse. One thing that we learned yesterday through watching some other trailers and people that have had a chance to play it is that apparently there's no mounts in multiplayer, which was kind of a bit of a shock, I guess, bit of a shame, because I remember it was Conqueror's Blade. We played quite a bit of mount combat in, basically, and you can fight on the horseback, and it is wicked. It's super cool. And I think the guys that have stuck out Mortal Online 2 are still playing it, and they're explaining that the combat on horseback is just brilliant, like really cool.
Yeah, sounds amazing. Also see like a part where how someone in a horseback just riding and like murk yeeted. It just gets yeeted off his head off of his body.
I was getting a Windows Defender there telling me that there's no threats on my PC. That's great. The other part of this and the trailers and what we've been learning is that visually it's obviously a stunning game. Like even just down to the details of her dress there. It's all moving. All the accessories are moving. It looks really cool. And then the variety of monsters is just epic, like truly epic. There's so much, maybe a bit too much. It's kind of like, whoa, there's so much going on here. It's fantastic. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. I think the game is absolutely stunning. I think it's absolutely worth people checking it out. I think it's quite a high price tag. I think it's like £50, isn't it? Yeah. Probably worth it, to be fair. But considering we're all in here paying 90 quid for founders packs on LA. It's not so bad for such a beautiful game. I think the main thing I'm kind of interested in is kind of the multiplayer side of things. And as we're looking at the map here, there's a tooltip at the bottom here talking about showing multiplayer status. So it's kind of this mix between single player and multiplayer realms where you can have the opportunity to join other people's stories as well as just get in there and fight each other. And Syph was telling me that they created before like a fight club, so you can join each other's servers and just fight. The only downside of what I saw from the multiplayer combat, I don't know if we have any right now, was that people kind of have this like glow around them. So if you were an enemy, you kind of have this bright red glow around your character, and it kind of, the world is very immersive. It looks very beautiful, and then you got this bright red glow around the enemy player or yourself. It's like, what's this? This is a bit. It was a bit out of place for me, to be honest, but everything else so far looks pretty cool, man.
Is that a mountain goat that he was riding, by the way?
Fucking must be, with the way he was climbing up those mountains. Let's just have a quick go back there. If we can see the start of where he gets on this mountain, it looks like it. Looks kind of like a horse, but has horns like a
yeah,
like a goat would. And the way he just jumped down that mountain and took no damage, he's got well versed at mountain climbing.
Mountain goats, man, they're godlike when it comes to climbing.
But people are playing this now. People are streaming it live on Twitch. I think a few creators have got some early access, which is really cool. You can actually get in and play it. But I think from my side, we're so used to big multiplayer games now that, like you said at the start, it's going to be quite hard to play a single. It's not, a single playery co-op-y type game doesn't have this. I don't know, a text chat with people complaining all day, or just that opportunity to come across someone and fight each other. That's something that I really love about playing games online, is that you don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and it's all very unique a lot of the time. But I think this is well worth putting on your wish list for everyone and just giving it a go, because look at that, dude. The animations, what the fuck? Whoa. It's so good.
It wasn't done yet. Yeah, like what you said too. I have the same feeling now. It's just like I'm so used to playing multiplayer games, and it's just so much fun playing multiplayer games, And I kind of wish that all games are like that, but this game has its place too. But it's just not me anymore, to be honest. But I definitely would want to try it sometime, just for the heck of it, while waiting for a queue for Lost Ark or New World. I'll play it. But yeah, it's I have the same vibe. I wish every game is multiplayer nowadays, but then yeah, a lot of people would hate me for that.
Well, it's on par, isn't it, for being game of the year? People are saying this is gonna be one of the best games of the year. So
yeah,
we're picking holes in things that we personally would love. We personally love. But I think in terms of a game, fucking god tier. It's a very, very good game. So this is the start of a multiplayer bit. So these guys are kind of teamed up and they're co-oping. And as you can see, I was mentioning a second ago, the person that's now in your realm has this bright red glow around them, and I just don't understand the kind of the thinking process behind it. Of course, you need to they're showing that it's a player within your territory, but you can see just
yeah, kind of takes you out from the world, right? Why is that almost kind of like an AI kind of character?
Yeah, this right now is top tier co-op gameplay. This fighting is fantastic. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good. Maybe they'll kind of look to change things as it moves on, but blood effects, the combat effects, the combat itself, the enemies, is just It is magnificent, man. That is stunning. Let's just skip forward a bit, see if there's any more PvP here, but yeah, definitely a game to check out. I think we'll keep an eye on the progress of this, because I'm keen to play the game. I'm keen to try the game. I know a lot of people in the community, in our community, are going to be trying this and giving this a go. So we'll be keeping an eye on the thoughts and the feelings and how well we can get involved with each other, because that's something that we all love.
The character list as well, or the class list, looks pretty cool. I don't know if you've checked it out yet, but
I haven't.
yeah,
I've seen the kind of customization that you can do with your characters, and it looks wild, but I haven't looked too deep into it yet. I've kind of top level thoughts and feelings at the moment, but I'll be watching closely.
yeah,
Watching closely.
they have a lot of characters. I can see, like, here there's a prophet, kind of like he looks blind. He apparently is good with healing. There's a confessor, a church spy adept that covered operation, good with swords and some incantation, and of course my favorite, just like Musashi, is samurai.
Nice.
Katana and longbows. Let's go. There's an astrologer as well, a scholar who reads fate in the stars. Probably, yeah, sorcery is what they use. Then we have a bandit, a dangerous bandit who strikes for weak points, excels at range combat with bows. Okay. Prisoner, and he's like wearing an iron mask. And yeah, there's plenty more. There's vagabond, warrior, hero. I'm looking at this page from there's also like bloody wolf, champion, enchanted knight. There's just a lot of class.
That's a lot to choose from, man. Maybe too much.
Too much.
No, that's really cool. And I guess the kind of what we'll do is what I'm going to be doing is we'll kind of update you guys moving forward. Is we'll keep an eye on kind of the multiplayer side, and we'll see how things progress. I've heard that there was kind of some mods that came out for Dark Souls where people could make like 30-player lobbies and things like that. And this game, you know, 7 million views on this video, absolutely. People are loving it. People are really excited for this game. So that is a bit of Elden Ring, boys. Me and Earl, I don't know. We'll probably try it at some point, but I think definitely keen to see how the multiplayer progresses there and how things are a couple of weeks down the line after the release happens. But keep an eye on Twitch. There's going to be lots of people playing it in the next few days for sure. It's going to be wild.
It's excited to see. I'm definitely gonna check it out at one point in my life.
All right, boys. On to what is today's our main topic. We're diving into New World again. We're going to take a look at New World. We've been playing New World hardcore for the last, I started playing it. Well, the first preview was 2020. We're now 2022. I can't believe how fast the time's gone. It's absolutely wild. Things have not improved as quickly as everyone had hoped, but the game is still a gorgeous game, like, at its core. So I guess the first thing is I'll get your opinion. What are your thoughts? How do you feel playing New World versus playing Lost Ark? You know, obviously we can't really compare them too much. There's a lot of differences. The Lost Ark's been out a lot longer than New World, so on and so forth. But you know, you've played a lot of New World. You've now played a lot of Lost Ark when your internet's being good to you. What are your feelings between the two?
I'm just gonna be honest, right? Playing New World is playing something that's not finished and broken in a lot of ways, and that could be really frustrating for something that you fell in love with. You know, it's like dating like one of my exes, right? Like, it's like you fell in love, and then you spend more time, or you live in together, and you realize there's so much thing broken with them. And they have so much growing to do, you know, like that type of stuff. That's how I feel with New World. Now with Lost Ark, it's like, you know, Lost Ark is this girl that has went out plenty of times, learned from different relationships, and now is ready to date. And she's here with me. There's like one or two flaws on her, but she's finished. And there's just so much content that I can do in Lost Ark, and the game, except for the matchmaking, everything is playable. And it's a beautiful game as well. It's just one of those things that, I wish that New World that waited until it's actually finished, but we will never know how that is.
Yeah. So Lost Ark is your girl. She's bae for you, man. She's currently the
now.
one. She's currently
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
But like in the back of my head, I think New World is the one who got away. Like
Yeah.
like maybe I should have stayed and gave her a little bit more time to grow.
Oh, that is such a great way of putting it, man. That's such a great way. We keep kind of referring to as well that, this New World still has a good player base. It still has a good group of people that at its core love it. And at the moment, as we're recording right now, there's 18,000 people playing New World. Now, obviously, it's been out a lot longer than Lost Ark, but compared to Lost Ark this morning had 500,000 players, 500,000 players. I couldn't even get the number out. It's ridiculous. And in this similar genre, they're both MMOs. They both have a lot of similar characteristics to them. The way you play the game's very different, but it would be awesome to see a lot of the features and the mechanics of Lost Ark appear in New World over the future. But we'll see. So kind of what I wanted to touch on really is kind of our, obviously the thoughts on it, but what is going on in New World right now. So at the moment, what's happened in the last 72 hours, I guess, maybe a bit longer, is that we got given transfer tokens again. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's essentially a token that allows you to move servers freely. I'm going to assume in the future, once everything's ironed out, they'll probably charge for these, but it's a system in place that they got going. We have spent our entire time since the start of the game on a server called Amenti. We love you, Amenti. But as it stands right now, there is 155 players on there. We had that server popping for a long time. It was exciting, even through all the pain that we got from running bugs and war bugs and lag and so on and whatever. We kept going on there, but recently they got the server transfers and they locked a bunch of servers, and it's kind of questioning why. And the only reason we can really think of is that they had in the back of their mind that they didn't want too many people to come back to the game. Maybe in the coming weeks, maybe in the coming months, that they have this epic update. Maybe they're going to bring Brimstone Sands out finally. Maybe they're going to have some cool lore attached to it. Maybe it's going to be like a game changer. And they were trying to protect the servers so they don't get overloaded. New World only allows 2,000 people per server. So anyway, I'm kind of going slightly off track here. The reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of companies moved to a server called Midgard. It got very quickly filled up, which was awesome, and they had some queues. And over the weekend, our company and a bunch of other companies that we know, plus more from around the game, moved to a server called Barry, and both of these servers have since been locked. And I'm trying to understand why. It would be really nice if they spoke out and said, we're locking it because at the moment, all we've got is on both of these servers, companies with players that can't join now. People can't play together anymore. It feels like, they're kind of, they're cheating on us again. It's like, what is going on? Why is this happening? So yeah, we moved to Barry. Even though we're not playing it very actively right now, we moved over there ready for when the servers kind of pick up a little bit and things get active. And, we do have a small core that are still really playing the game, and then maybe once a week we'll jump in, we'll do some OPR together and all that. But by the time everyone got the notification the transfer had happened and they didn't want to log out, so they didn't want to get stuck in Lost Ark queues, boom, servers locked and kind of no information around it. So yeah, it's kind of New World's in a really position, and we're trying hard to still love it, but when things like this happen, it's like, why, man? Why is this happening? So I think you didn't make the transfer, did you? Earl? You're locked out.
I didn't. When we did the transfer, I was out and spending the day off with my wife. So the next day, when it was brought up to me again, it was already locked. So yeah, very
Yeah,
unfortunate.
it's a real shame. I don't know what the future looks like for this, but you know, last night there was a queue of nearly 1,000 people on this server, Barry, and you know, I've never been so happy to see a queue in a game. It was fantastic because you know, when you log in, even if there's problems in the game, you're playing on a server full of people, and it's, you know, you're getting that online interaction. You're meeting new people. You're interacting with people. There'll be a lot of PvP on, especially up north, contesting the Orichalcum nodes, which, you know, who gives a shit about at this point? But people are up there. People are up there fighting. People are up there having a good time, and I'm hoping this is where things will keep going. You know, I think that they need to get rid of all of these bottom 15, 20 servers and just condense everyone into these top servers and just bring life back into the servers that are in the game. Obviously, I know
someday. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I know nothing about, you know, the details behind why they've got a limit of 2,000. People are talking about the economy and breaking the economy and all this sort of stuff, but I think it needs life. You know, every server you log into, populated cities, and just energy, man. It needs energy.
Yeah,
Sorry, I cut you off there.
Oh no! It's all good. I was just gonna say that, like, I hope someday, once everything is like fixed, that we can get more than 2,000 people on a server. It's just it's so awesome, you know. That's like one thing that I love about, since we're in the topic of like comparing New World and the Lost Ark. Like, that's one of the things I love about Lost Ark, right? Like, you get in there, there's so many people already on the channel that you're in, and then you looked at all the other channels, there's like 60, 70 of them, and they're all full. And it's like, okay, are you not seeing enough people in your thing? Switch to the other one, you know.
Yeah.
But it's also, it got to a point where there's so much people, we're looking for channels with less people so we can finish stuff faster. I love that. I love the game feeling alive. I love being in a world where there's a lot of people in it, you know, like that Ready Player One vibe where you just see everyone, and it makes the game alive. It makes me feel alive.
Yeah, I mean, I think we always need to keep remembering, keep in consideration. Obviously, New World has only been out really
6 months.
Yeah, on launch, yeah, like the live game has been out months compared to Lost Ark, which has been years.
Yeah.
I don't know how, we obviously didn't play Lost Ark at launch, so I don't know the teething problems that had. But it looks like New World are starting to bring out quality of life changes. So some of these are, I won't get deep into it. We're not going to do a full kind of patch notes reading here, but they're bringing out a bunch of balance changes. And one of the big ones that I noticed was finally Putrefying Scream, whatever you want to call it, has had its cooldown reduced by, or increased by, 10 seconds. So instead of 15 seconds, it's now 25 seconds. One of the craziest things that we saw was so many people running Void Gauntlet, which was initially brought into the game as a support weapon, as one of the highest DPS weapons that is in the game. And it's just New World is extremely punishing when you want to change builds.
I've had nightmares with it.
Oh shit! It's extremely punishing to get yourself a good weapon now. It's extremely expensive, or it takes a lot of RNG, which takes a lot of farming. So the game is punishing to switch builds, and that's not a problem in essence. But yeah, a lot of people have gone out there now and they're running this extremely powerful builds. I actually watched a war last night from a clan on Barry. They were fighting forever for. Swear to God, out of the 100 people playing, 75 were running ice gauntlets, man. I swear to God, there was just ice everywhere It
Ice
was
void.
wild, man. Yeah, lots of ice, lots of void. Even their tank was running void, which is, to be fair, quite a good build. But it didn't look fun to play, and you know, there was a moment where the guy, for whatever reason, he was running javelin in the war. You know, as a spearman, you probably haven't run javelin in the war, but this dude was running javelin. I was like, fuck yeah, man! I love the skill javelin. It's one of the coolest skills. If you hit it, boom. You know, the animation is fantastic. Anyway, he goes to throw this javelin. The dude in front of him completely disappears as he's like throwing back, and as he literally just as he's throwing the javelin, dude disappears, teleports somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? How is this still a thing? But you know, yeah.
Yeah, the balances as well. Speaking of a javelin, the balances and skills in the game it's so unfair when you have Ice Gauntlet doing so much AOE. And I understand that a spear is more of like a single target type of thing, but you have Void Gauntlet that can do so much, right? Like all these weapons can do so much, and then you have the spear. I have so much love for the spear, but it's so underwhelming, and you have to put so much effort compared to the other weapons to actually make it work. You know, like javelin is such a cool skill, like where it's an imaginary world. Don't make it so realistic where it's just one person that you hit with it. Make it like it's Hercules throwing the fucking javelin.
Goes through the
Throw
first guy, pinches him, gets the next guy,
the second and the third. Yeah, put him in the. Turn him into a kebab, human kebab. Wouldn't that be cool? It's like more people would play Sphere, but if you could throw the javelin, a lot of people get it. I'm just saying, like some weapons versus the other weapons, it's just so unfair how they're made.
Compared to what we've experienced in Lost Ark, the balance in New World is all over the place. It's got a lot of work that needs to be done, and I think when we listened to the devs and we heard the devs, you know, they said it's extremely challenging to do it because there's so many different ways to use the weapon. So, you know, 1v1 combat, 1vx combat, xvx combat, the 50 versus 50 wars, you got the invasions, you got the dungeons, you got all these different scenarios where you need to use the weapons, and there's only a limited amount of things and you know, changes that they can make. So that they said that they're trying to find that balance, but you know, I feel at the core, the game's core is the wars, and I know a lot of people will probably disagree to that, but you know, everything that you do in PvE relates to who controls these towns, and without, you know, a wonderful system and a wonderful time playing the game, swapping these territories and fighting in these wars, it becomes as it is now. You've got powerhouse companies like, you know, obviously the company that we're on in Disaster, I think they had 6 clans that were all maxed out in gold, plus all their players had gold cap, and it's like, you know, they actually did very well in the wars, and that's fine. But on the flip side, you know, there doesn't seem to be this balance between the weapons, and then that results in everything else kind of falling out of balance. So it seems like they're making the changes. We went off on a bit of a tangent there. You know, we're passionate about the game, but
yeah,
it's kind of frustrating at the same time.
That's why I speak about the game like that, because like I want the game to keep living. I invested so much time on it because it's a beautiful, fun game, and there's a lot of things they need to improve. And you know, I'm kind of like upset to like how it shows that the devs they don't do any of the PvP the way we do a PvP. We do so much PvP in the game. We notice all of this, and they're not noticing it. You know, like from the interview, it's like the dude said that everything is fine with like the PvP missions. I think they're fun. You think they're fun? Like, you don't have a lot of content, and this is one of the content that we do a lot, right? And when we do it, it's just you lose brain cells from doing them. It's so boring. There's not much interaction.
I'm hoping these are things that they're going to pick up on, and someone's gonna make the decision in the office to say, look, something needs to change with this, that, and the other. And this is just our opinions at the end of the day. I've put posts out on the forums. A lot of people have agreed. There's a few people that haven't, and that's fine. Like, everyone's got their opinions, but I think if you look at the statistics, one of the biggest parts of the games is PvP, and there's not many players that want to do it, from the grand scheme of things. Anyway, the things are changing. We're passionate about. We want to see it succeed. A couple of other things that they've done, which seem to be kind of quality of life stuff, is level 60 quests in Reekwater and Shattered Mountain now will reward people with gypsum orbs. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, gypsum orbs will allow you to upgrade your what's called your gear score, your watermark, your expertise, should I say? Your eye level. upgrade your gear, essentially allowing you to be more powerful. And you could only get these through time gated things. Now you can get them through quests, which is cool. I've done all my quests. Thank you.
Also, it allows you to get the new mutation orbs. Not the orbs, but like
umbral
shards.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, I didn't actually see that on the patch notes, but I've heard about that too, which is really cool. That's really cool. So some quality of life changes there, especially for new people coming to the game, which is nice. They've increased the rewarded experience for side quests between level 10 and level 60 by 50%, which is pretty big. So any side quest that you do, you're going to get 50% more XP, which is pretty wild. Apparently, now when performing a melee attack, you will no longer have a delay before you can sprint again. I don't know if you remember when you used to hit, you would walk for, I think it was 2 seconds, or
that's actually huge.
Yeah, this is a big combat change. You kind of you walk a little bit and then you get into your running again. And this was kind of a huge discussion when the game launched, and they changed it and they changed it back again. Yeah, you now have no delay to sprinting. You can just instant sprint after doing an attack.
That's nice. That's very nice. Cause like when I attack, I always save a dodge to cancel the animation from the attack, so I can sprint right away. But it's a waste of like stamina. But that's nice.
Pretty cool.
I kind of actually want to go in and test that out.
Yeah. And another change that's currently in the PTR is if you're running a light build. Remember, if you run a light build and you did a dodge, you kind of had that stop at the end of your dodge roll. You had to weapon swap to keep that fluid motion going. That's now completely gone, and the fluid motion is there the entire time. So as you dodge roll, you keep roll. You can keep that momentum going. You don't need to weapon swap anymore to keep it up.
Nice.
Which is also kind of a huge change. The other massive change, which I'm waiting for before I jump back in the game, is that OPR will give Umbral Shards. So you get 100 for a win and 50 for a loss. And there is now a loot table, essentially, where you're going to get drops out of OPR games, which relate to PvP. So you're going to get PvP drops and PvP perks on your items that relate to PvP, which is absolutely massive. And all of these changes that are coming into effect, I'm ready to jump back into New World and start playing it again once they drop in. And I think, for us as a community, if you guys are listening, what the kind of plan is, keep a close eye on New World, because they are making changes that are going the right way. I think February, March, these are the months where they need to kind of make a big impact on the quality of life of the game. There's so many more things they need to do, but we'll get into that into another video. I want to have a rant. Maybe me and you can do this, so we'll have a rant together about New World, what we want to see changed. But I've got a big list, and it's just down to the simple things. I got a
giant list too.
Even down to the simplest of things, which I think simple, stuff that we've seen in Lost Ark now. Yep. If someone donates into the bank, let's see that. If someone takes money out of the bank, let's see that. Why are these kind of super simple functions not in the game? Anyway, we'll kind of jump into that in the future, but
I hope they don't give up on New World, man.
Yeah. Well, apparently they're not. I've heard rumors, I've heard whispers that great things are coming to the game, but we heard that at launch, and the game has been successful. It is a stunning game, and I think a lot of people are hating on it for hating on it, but for us, I see a lot of YouTube videos like, oh, I've played like 300 hours in New World, and here's my bad review of it. Fuck you, dude. We've put like 1,500 hours, pretty much hardcore into PvP, you know, and I still love it. I still, like, deep down in my heart, we love the game. It's a beautiful game. There's just a lot of things that, you know, it's the quality of life when you're playing the game. It's things that make you feel rewarded.
You frustrated as well, like the people that like left, you know, like they're just frustrated at the moment.
Yeah, you can feel it. I can see it from both sides, but I think if people can give it time, I think it's going to make it'll make a great comeback. And you know, I think for me as a creator, probably similar to you all, I'm going to keep investing time in New World. I'm going to keep the energy there. Make sure I'm, you know, doing a couple of streams a week on New World, maybe more than a couple. Playing Lost Ark in the evenings, New World during the day, and just, you know, I think it's a fun game. I think if they bring it back. Some of the videos we created, holy shit. You know, we see these mega battles, and there's just all of us, just absolute chaos in the open world. If there's no lag, if they manage to find the issue with the lag,
so much fun. Just
bring these bits in. Oh my god, it's top tier, man. It is a top tier game. It's just iron out these kinks, please, boys. Iron out these kinks.
Yeah, like thinking about it, it's like, you know, like I was already having fun when the game is broken. Like imagine when it's actually fixed and everything is working the way it's supposed to. Like how much fun we're gonna have. It's like it's gonna be so epic. Like these all these giant battles, the wars. It's just like, yeah, we've never really experienced New World. We just saw a glimpse of it, in my opinion, and we were already mind blown by that.
Lots more to come. Lots more to come. We'll see. There's obviously, you know, as we're doing our kind of Monday chats, our Monday shows, we're diving into other games too. Obviously today we looked at Elden Ring and Nightingale, two extremely awesome games. Obviously we took a wicked look at Jackass Forever as well. Go and watch that shit. And every Monday we're gonna be kind of diving into other games and seeing what we're excited in and what you guys might be excited in. I think we can kind of start to wrap it up there, unless you got anything else you want to say, Earl?
I'm good. I think I said everything already, but like, well, I'll save everything with New World and like that episode that we're gonna do, and like the rant of like what we want.
The New World rant. Yeah.
I have a list somewhere down here. But
no, man, awesome. Well, man, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys listening. Earl, if you'd like to tell people where they can find you, if they don't know already.
Find me on twitch.tv/Earlmeister. I try to stream at least 6 days a week, except right now there's a storm messing up a bunch of blackouts that's happening. But yeah, I'm on twitch.tv/Earlmeister, YouTube as well. You can find me there as Earlmeister. I'll be putting up some Lost Ark and New World videos as well. You can follow me on Twitter at Earlmeister_. Someone took Earlmeister and they haven't logged in for 5 years. Like, give me that name. But yeah, thank you very much for having me, Captain. I always have fun doing these pirate parlays with you.
Pleasure, man. No, it's cool to catch up each week, so I appreciate it. And again, thank you everyone for, if you've made it this far and you've listened all this way, I absolutely love you to bits. Appreciate you a lot. And obviously a huge thank you to Sneak Energy, who sponsored this, sponsor my stream, sponsor things that we're doing at the moment, and Amazon's Newell, which is an esports university, they're currently sponsor us as well. So thank you to both of these guys. And yeah, we'll see you next Monday. Thanks again, Earl. See you later, dude.
See you later.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone.